All right, we're going to go ahead and look here at concept 22, identifying conic sections. So these, if you remember, are the 4 different parts that we have. A parabola has 1 squared term. And so let's look and find out where that would be. We've got 2 squared terms, 2 squared terms, 2 squared terms, 1 squared term. So here's our parabola. I think the next easiest one to identify is the hyperbola, but here's the problem. These aren't on the same side. We need to move this over so that, and again, we really only care about moving over the squared term, but we need to move them all over so that we can identify them. Because if you recall, hyperbola has one of them, they both have squared terms, but one of them is negative. So now, positive, 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 this would be the one that has 2 squared terms and 1 negative coefficient. So that would be kind of what it is that you're looking for. So then for the circle and the ellipse, the only difference between those is about the coefficients. So they're both positive, but they're both squared, and then the circle is the one where they're both the same. So we have 2 squared terms, and we have both have the same coefficient. So our last one is the ellipse. They are both 2 squared terms, same sign, and different coefficients. So that would be the case in that one. So that one would be number 3. So let's go ahead and look at the rest of these. Which of these represents a hyperbola? These are on the same side. One of them is not negative. These are on the same side. One of them is not negative. These are on the same side, one of them is not negative, but this one here, when I put it over onto the same side, now one of them is negative, so this one here would be my hyperbola. All right, here is our last one. For this one here, the first thing we have to do is decide if it's a circle or an ellipse. So they're both squared terms, they're both positive, but they are different signs, which does make it an ellipse. And the center, here be careful, the center comes when it's like something like -2 or +3 or +4 or whatever inside the parentheses here. This doesn't have anything. This time it's just really x minus 0 squared, or really simply x squared. So my center is at 0, 0. It has nothing to do with the coefficients ever. It always has something to do inside the parentheses if they're there or not there. And so then our radius, it's not a radius, it's a major axis. So now we need to move the 16 over. You have to put it into graphing form. So we have x squared, the 16's cancel, plus y squared over 16 equals 1. So we're going to move left and right, 1 in each direction, and we're going to move up and down 4 and 4 in each direction. So the total length of the major axis would actually be 8. So, things to be careful for.